Agio Evangeliu to anagnosma. Proschomen, tokero ekino ek porevomenu sui sodon, prostramonis kegonipetisas afton, eperotacton.
Now the gospel is being read in Greek, as Monsignor John explained earlier. We're going to go ahead and use this as an opportunity to maybe share a bit of a biography on some of the other newly made recognized saints today.
Yeah. Francesco Colli Guitar was born in 1812 in Combren, Catalonia, in Spain. He eventually entered the Dominican order, and he made his profession in 1831 and was ordained a priest in 1836. He was a very popular preacher, and that's how he became much known. He was a very zealous person, spending long hours in prayer and studying, and he also valued working alongside diocesan priests and other religious societies, the Jesuits and Augustinians. Francesco is said to have established organizations to feed and house wartime refugees, and he worked with the poor and the displaced and victims of the mid-century cholera epidemic in Spain.
Father Thomas is going to share on the other saints as well.
Mary of the Cross. She was born on October 25, 1792, 3 years after the French Revolution in France. Lived and grew up in poverty, and she served as a shepherdess, a servant, a kitchen maid, and a nurse. And she wanted to work only for God and refused marriage. In her 20s, she opened a home for the homeless, the blind, and sort of started a religious order. But later on, although she was the founder of the congregation, she was not given any authority in the congregation. And it is interesting that only after her death, they realized that she was really the founder or foundress of that congregation. The congregation is Little Sisters of the Poor, and she spent her time begging for the destitute people her order served. And she took the name, the religious name, Mary of the Cross. So as I said, as the years passed by and after her death, her own sisters realized who the real foundress of her congregation was. And her congregation, even today, they number about 2,700 Little Sisters of the Poor. She is the foundress.
We should be coming to the close of this proclamation of the gospel. And then we'll move into the homily by the Holy Father, during which he will comment on the scriptures and probably reference the saints.
Il coro ha risposto: gloria a te Signore, gloria a te. Ora il Santo Padre riceverà il libro dei Vangeli, lo bacerà in segno di venerazione e benedirà tutti noi mentre il coro canterà.
The Holy Father and gives him the book of the Gospels with which